So hi everybody, and if some of you might be don't know me, so let me introduce myself first. So my name is DJ, and I'm living in Taiwan from last 7 years. So I came here as a master student, and now I am doing PhD at Academia Sinica. In Chinese, it's called ing-wen. So in today's live session, I'm going to talk about 3 to 4 important topics that is related to me. So first, we are going to talk about, of course, the Taiwan COVID and how Taiwan controlled COVID the second times, and now from last many days there are only 0 COVID cases. So in the second, we are going to talk about the relief fund that is government is giving to the people here in Taiwan, and the third thing is about how the everybody life is going on right now during this COVID outbreak in Taiwan. And the fourth, last but not least, as you come here as a title, that I'm going to leave this YouTube or not. So in the end, I'm going to talk about this, that I'm going to leave and why I'm going to leave, or if I'm going to leave or not. So I hope. So let's see how it goes. So let's talk about the first thing, that is about Taiwan COVID, right? So I'm not sure how many of you are in Taiwan and dealing with this COVID outbreak right now. In the past, like almost 2 months, yeah, because whole world was suffering, and we were doing everything in Taiwan. While we were living in Taiwan, that not much people was affected from the COVID in Taiwan, but later from last 2 to 3 months, we all get affected because of the outbreak. I also made the video about it, so you can check out that video. So, but anyhow, after like 2 or 3 days of almost complete lockdown in Taiwan, we are now started to open it again, which is really a good thing. And I think in this week, there are 3 days that only 0 case in locally transmitted, and there are only the few cases that are coming from the imported, the people are coming from the other countries. But this is really a great thing, and I think it's really important, and we hope to see the normal life, and we are almost back to the normal life in Taiwan. Yeah, so you can ask me any question about the Taiwan COVID and the relief fund. So basically, the more important thing, that how Taiwan can control this again, that's the second time. But some people are on the internet and in the news are saying might be Taiwan is small country, so they can't. This is very easy to control the COVID, but it's not that easy. Maybe first time, maybe by chance, but not for the second time. Second time the control is so well, right? So as you can see, now, because we'll be back to the 0 cases. So why this has happened, it cannot be by chance, right? So I do agree that while living and experience all these things while living in Taiwan, so I think it's not by chance, it's just because of the Taiwan government, and the most important, the people of Taiwan, that they contribute and to control this virus, and they cooperate with their own government rules, that they make it, and they make it successful it again. So for example, how the people help throughout this 2 to 3 months, that the Taiwan government announced the lockdown in few county. For example, like Taipei, they announced the complete lockdown in Taipei in many places. Not the complete, but like soft lockdown, because in Taiwan there are different levels in each steps. Like there are four steps to do the complete lockdown. So we were reached only the third step, where people are talking about where you can't go. You can go outside, but you can only go with your mask, and you need to try to avoid the social gathering. You can't do social gatherings, and you also cannot do social gathering at home more than 5 people. And outside is complete, like almost lockdown. But people were working, and many people are doing work at home. So, which is, I think, but the great thing, when the government announced the third step to as a soft lockdown in Taipei city, it was very surprising that in the end of, like on the weekend, when the first weekend came, not a single person is outside on the street, even though the government doesn't announce that it's a complete lockdown, but people doesn't go outside to do the shopping or anything. They doesn't go, they just stay their home by choice. Like me too, I didn't go anywhere. So that was so good, right? People were so cooperative throughout these 2 to 3 months, and slowly people were using all the precautions. So, and using mask, I think, yeah, because mask it was a very big topic in all over the world, that mask cannot stop, mask can stop. But anyhow, I think I'm also not an expert that if a mask can stop or not, but at least it can spread to the other people. If you are infected, you cannot give to the other people. So that's why I think people wear and cooperated, and many people were doing work from home. And I also did work from home for just few days, but because I'm the kind of person I can't really do at home, so I usually go to ing-wen for my work. Like I was living like normal life, because when I go to ing-wen, because no one came there, so I was like I feel at home, but I wasn't at work. So which is really a great thing, and I think it's really a really amazing thing that Taiwan control. Sorry. So how about, I'm not sure how your life in Taiwan affected. So I'm not sure how's your life affected during this COVID-19 lockdown in past. So you can write down, and we can talk about this. So the second thing is very important right now is that vaccine. Like if you compare to the other worlds, Taiwan still not vaccinate its many people as the whole world did it. For example, like in India right now, because I'm from India, because India is a very huge country, but India is also giving their own vaccine. So they are giving 2 to 3 kind of vaccine. One is the COVID shield. COVID shield is also same as AstraZeneca, which is also giving in Taiwan. But that is the COVID shield, which is also made by, which is manufacturing in India by a Serum Institute, and they are manufacturing in India, but it's still, so they give a different name, so it's called like COVID shield, but it's AstraZeneca from UK. It's the same vaccine like AstraZeneca. So right now I think I'm not sure if I'm wrong or right, because now almost more than 50 to 60% of young generation is already vaccinated. But if you compare to the Taiwan, because Taiwan was struggling a lot before 1 month to get the vaccine, but I think now the things are very sorted, and many people are getting vaccine right now. I think right now we are on the slot between 35 to 40 years old people. So, but I still didn't get the vaccine yet. But I think it's because there was a lot of politics was going on because of getting vaccine from AstraZeneca, biotech, and there are so others. But it's really, for Taiwan, it was very hard phase during last 2 to 3 months to get the vaccine. But Taiwan did a so good job to control the COVID that they don't really necessarily. They even control the COVID without having a vaccine. But the good thing is Taiwan already, because Taiwan already announced their own vaccine, and it's called like Medigen. And I think last, or maybe this week, this week Monday, the President Chai also get the vaccine, but she waited for their own vaccine, and she got a shot of Medigen, which is made by Taiwan. So now, right now, they are giving to the old people who are older than 20 years old. So I think it's really amazing, and I haven't get, but I think many people are avoiding it to get the local vaccine, because it's not that popular in the outside the world, because they don't really, I'm not sure if they accept it or if they are not. So you can ask me. Let me read. Hello. So vaccine was a big issue, but right now I think it's fine, and many people are getting it. So it's going to be very fine, and we hope to see that we can get more like everybody can get a vaccine, but I think most of the people, like young people, they haven't get any vaccine yet, but I'm not sure how many and when they can get the vaccine. So how about you? How many of you already got the vaccine in Taiwan, or if you are outside watching from outside, did you get the vaccine? Because right now, if you want, because there are a lot of countries, they already announced to that there are certain kind of vaccine that only because of that you can get, you can travel to those countries. But still, it's not that officially that if you are not vaccinated, you can't go those countries. But I'm not sure how Taiwan will handle it, because medicine is already allocated. But let's see how it goes. But I'm really hoping, because I'm not sure when I can get the vaccine of, because I was I was hoping to get the AZ, which is AstraZeneca vaccine in Taiwan, but I guess it will take much more time to get on my age, because I'm 32. Yeah, I'm no shame to talk about my age. So I think maybe after 1 month I will be able to get the vaccine. And how the vaccination is going on in Taiwan, that you can't really randomly go to the hospital and get the vaccine. No, because there was a few days before, government announced online platform where you can go and register for the vaccine, and you have to choose. There are two options. That time there were two options. You only can choose, like one is the AstraZeneca and the another is the Moderna. But right now I think they are giving the three choice, like one is AstraZeneca, Moderna, and also the Taiwan made medicine. So I think I'm not sure how many people are really willing. So I'm really confused about which one I should choose. I should go, if I want to get the medicine which is made by Taiwan, I can directly go to the hospital and I can get it. It's available right now. But I'm not sure. I'm wondering about that. It's secure or not, because there are a very few information on internet available. So people are more conscious about this. So they are hesitate. Not only foreigner, the Taiwanese also, they are more conscious about how good it is. But according to the whatever we see on in the internet, there are people are saying that it's okay, like president got it. There are a few other peoples, some of my friends also get medicine, and some of my followers who are on my Instagram, because I'm very active on the Instagram. So if you like to talk about anything, you can ask, you can follow me on Instagram. So many of my friends and followers, they also get the vaccine, and that's made by Taiwan medicine. So I'm still wondering, I should try to get the medicine. Only thing why I'm hesitated to take the medicine, there is only one reason, that is to travel outside Taiwan. Otherwise I have no issue to take the medicine. I'm really encouraged, and I really wants to go to to take the someone messaged me, when do you think Taiwan will allow foreigners to enter the country? Okay, I will talk about this. The one thing, because medicine is fine for me to take, but I'm really curious about to travel outside. So because many of countries are not really allowing if you don't have the like AstraZeneca, or I'm not sure about the Moderna. Most popular is the AstraZeneca, which is made by UK. So but I don't know. Yeah, but I think right now you can guess, you can write down that how many people think that medicine is really worth to take it. So I'm not sure, but I'm if I'm going to take it, for sure I will make a video about it. So let's see. So someone saying, okay, the comment is total number of population vaccinated till date in Taiwan. Total number of vaccinated people, I'm not really much sure how much is right now, but I think it's almost about 20 to 30. Maybe because the population of Taiwan is 23 million something, 23.5 or 4 something, but I think only 20 to 30% of people are getting vaccinated so far. Yeah, but number is still less. Yeah, but as you can see, if you compare to other countries. So another question is, when do you think Taiwan will allow foreigners to enter in the country? Oh yes, that's also a very good question, I guess, and many people are looking for it. Chandan Jaiswal, I think it's from India, and he asking about this question. Well, I think it's really going to be hard because of this the Delta variant of coronavirus, and that's why the Taiwanese government are more concerned. So that's why they are not really open their borders so far yet. There are many reasons for that, because Taiwan is a very small country, and they are more conscious that if you open the border, many people will come, and people are not vaccinated fully yet. So that's why they can't really bring the people outside and let them in. So as the other countries are already open right now, right? So that's the only concern, because that's why Taiwan government is saying that we will only allow the foreigners to come inside the country when the number of vaccinated people will be increased. So I think maybe their target will be around 50 to 70% people get vaccinated, and then they will announce that okay, foreigners can come. But right now there are only two kind of people can come to Taiwan. The first priority is based on the if you are a professor, and if you are a researcher, and if you are doing something innovative and like in your tech fields. So only the professors and scientists are allowed to come to the Taiwan. That's the first thing. Taiwan open the border for the people. But the second thing, recently Taiwan government is announced that the only people can. Oh yeah, recently Taiwan government also opened the border for the international students, because there were lots of news from inside, lots of protests on online people were doing about why Taiwan is not allowing the international students, because there are almost 2 years this COVID outbreak, but there are a lot of international students are waiting to come to Taiwan. So then Taiwan government announced that okay, and then there was some online survey was going on, because some Taiwan online platform created some event, and then that for international students. So as far as I know, there are more than almost 13,000 international students who wants to come to Taiwan during this semester. So during these things was going on, then Taiwan government announced that okay, and they will submit their their plan to the CEC, that's the government medical organizations. So to how we can plan, and if it is possible to bring the international students. So after a lot of discussion, and Taiwan CDC announced that okay, we can accept the international students. So right now, from I think last week, they announced that we are going to accept the international students to bring inside to Taiwan, and with different phase. They define the different phase to bring them, because they don't want to create so much chaos that many students come together. So they collaborate. The Taiwan government sent the notice to the different universities, and different universities choose their own student. So based on their own student, they will send the notice, and then they can proceed their visa. So I think I also noticing there are lots of Indian students really wants to come. I think more than almost, I guess, 100 or maybe more. So they really wants to come to Taiwan. So now government is processing this now to send the information to the university, and the university will send the notification to the student. And so how they will proceed, because now each university, each student will get a different kind of number to come to Taiwan. So that the university will send that number to the student, and that number they can go to their Taiwan embassy and proceed their visa. So that's how it going on. So overall, I think the question that how and when they can allow the foreigners to come to Taiwan, but I think I'm not sure when they can allow it. I think it might be, it will take at least if not wrong, like a month. because more than a month, I guess. But because there are a lot of things, because people are not vaccinated, so that's the only thing I think. I hope that they will allow the foreigners to come after a month. But still, I think Taiwan is not going to lower down their quarantine restrictions. So, oh, someone comment. Okay. So I think you have to wait at least for 1 month if you are coming. Like if you don't have the permanent. Oh yeah. So if you are a permanent if you have a residence visa which is called like ARC, so ARC is called like Alien Permanent Certificate, which is people who are living here. They will give you a certain kind of visa that I have ARC, and if I right now if I want to go to India and I can come back anytime, that's not an issue because I'm living here and I have a ARC, and you only can get the ARC after you spend like 6 months in Taiwan, and then you can get the ARC. So right now only three kind of people can come to Taiwan. That's one is the people who have Taiwan ARC. The second, the people who are professor here and who are also a researcher and the scientists in different fields in Taiwan. And the third is if you are international students who are willing to come to Taiwan and you already got the admission. So that's the only three kind of people Taiwan is allowing right now to open it. So, but I'm not sure when they will allow the foreigners or the visitor visa, but I think it will take a long time to allow the certain kind of people, or at least visitor visa will not going to open soon for sure. But I think maybe the people who are like spouse, the people who are living in Taiwan, their spouse, their family, they can open, but it's still not open yet because I'm also waiting for my family to come to Taiwan. And because I went to India in this year January, and when after I just came back in the March, but I still cannot bring my family here because the COVID outbreak happened here. So, but yeah, I think let's see how it goes. And yeah, many people really wants to come to Taiwan right now. Taiwan really did so well throughout this COVID, and it helps Taiwan to grow internationally in the people eyes, and they grow really fast, and they were all around the news, even because the COVID outbreak is now recently happened again, third wave in the US, which is like every day from last 2 weeks they are saying like almost on average is 150,000 people are coming here. So I think it's 150,000 COVID cases in US. So third wave is coming. That's why I think Taiwan is also more conscious not to open the complete border. So I hope I can answer your questions. Yeah, so the next question was about how was I again, as I was saying about the COVID relief fund, because Taiwan government is already past one phase for the COVID relief fund, that many organizations, people who affected by coronavirus lockdown in the first phase. That time Taiwan government announced that everybody who are Taiwanese and who have the APRC, that's the Alien Permanent Residence Certificate, which is really completely different from ARC, which is almost like everybody can get it when you are spend 6 months in Taiwan, and if you are working, if you are a student. But APRC, which is a very different from the ARC. So APRC called like Alien Residence Certificate. That means you can stay in Taiwan for certain times. So at least more probably if you are working in a company, you can get it for 1 year. It depends on if you are working permit, that how much, like how many years the company hire you. And also for the student, most of the student in Taiwan, they get ARC only for 1 year. So but it's still extendable. So every year you have to extend. For example, like me, I'm living in Taiwan for like 7 years right now. So every year I have to extend my ARC, which is very simple. You just right now for students it's more easy. You just go to the online, fill some forms and upload your documents, and you're done. You can get your extended ARC within like seven days. So but the APRC, so but the good, I mean, about the relief, COVID relief fund. So during the first phase when the COVID happened, that time Taiwan government announced the 3,000 Taiwan dollar for the people who are like Taiwanese, some business people, and also people who got the APRC, not ARC. Yeah. So, but right now, for the when this lockdown happened in the second phase, Taiwan government is also announced the COVID relief fund for Taiwanese families, people, and also the foreigner who have the APRC. So, what kind of people who can have ARC recently? I mean, so there are only there are certain rules to get the APRC. The most common and basic rules to get the APRC, that if you are living in Taiwan for 5 years, and that's only you can get if you're working here. So but recently there are some proposals going on. It's not officially announced that they reduced from 5 to 3 year. Like if you are working in Taiwan for 3 year, you can get the Taiwan permanent residency APRC. But still I'm not sure. But for example, I'm Indian and I'm student. I'm living in 7 years in Taiwan. So even I passed the first threshold, that is 5 years of living in Taiwan. But that's only possible if you're working in Taiwan, not as a student. So these rules are kind of a little bit different from if you compare to the like other countries like Canada or US. Like in US, if you are living if you are a student like master student or PhD student, you can stay at least 3 years to get the visa. But Taiwan has some different rules. So in Taiwan, if you are a student, you can't really live here as a PRC. For example, if you're a student, you can have, before it was like 6 months, you can get the, if you are if you are a master student and if you graduate, you only can get the 6 month extendable visa to find a job. But I think last year they extended. So now right now there are two types. So one, you will get the one time the like 6 month extendable after you graduate, and if you don't find job in this 6 month, you also can get more 6 months. So in total you can get 1 year extendable ARC to stay in Taiwan to find a job after your graduation. So but still it's not allowed to get the APRC. But I'm hearing that because of new rules, people are saying, I mean, according to the law, they are going to implement that if you have if you stay in Taiwan and if you did masters and if you did the PhD, so and if you complete your PhD or your masters and you work for Taiwan in specific domain, like if you are in engineering, some specific field which are really encouraging and helping Taiwan, like engineering scientists and doctors. So after your graduation, your master or PhD, you can get the APRC after working 1 year. So before it was 5 year, but they are going to change from 3 year, from 5 to 3 year, and 3 year to 1 year for specific field, for like engineering like me and also the scientists. So that's the main concern about the APRC and how you can get it. You can ask more question if you want related to this. So the next is, now as we all know that Taiwan is on the second level of COVID, like, and now the normal life is getting back. So normal life is going to be like, most of the things are open again after a certain lockdown in Taiwan. So you can go to the restaurant, you can go to swimming, and you can go to gym, and you can do whatever you want to go to travel. It's like almost like 95% is life is normal. But the only thing you have to do, if you are going outside, all the time you have to wear the mask. Doesn't matter where you go. And if you like, you only can do the social gathering like 50 to 100 people. I'm not really sure about the numbers, but I heard about like 50 to 100 you can get it. So that's the main concern right now. And so what the next topic you can ask any question, I can answer. Yeah, okay, so my next topic was my upcoming projects that I'm doing it. So like, but my main topic was, am I leaving YouTube? Yes, I'm going to answer it maybe after I finish this topic, which is my future project which are coming, that I'm thinking doing my professionally or also for the YouTube. So my main concern was, am I going to leave Taiwan? I mean, I'm going to leave the YouTube. Yeah, like certain times I was thinking that okay, I'm going to leave this, I should leave it because there are a lot of efforts to finish this job. That's why I came to live today, because I was thinking there are many days I'm not really uploading videos every week and that I'm used to, but right now I think I'm not doing it. So that I think I should do it or not, because of my busy, I'm very busy in my professional, like I'm doing PhD in ing-wen, so the work is really high now. Right now the pressure is more, so it is really hard, because doing YouTube is not that easy when you are the only one who take care everything. Because for me, I'm doing everything, because when I have to plan the video, I have to make the video, I have to record it, I have to edit this, and then I have to write the subtitles, and I have to write in the Chinese, I have to write in the English one is fine, but writing Chinese sometimes it becomes, even because I use the Google Translator to translate from English to Chinese, and many times people think that it's also mistranslated, because of Google translation is not that correct always, so it's not really good. So but I try my best, because writing subtitles is really a headache. It's really a headache. Like I can finish my editing in one day, but writing subtitle takes my like 2 to 3 days if I work on this video for 2 to 3 hours. So that's why I'm thinking, but yeah, I will answer this if I am going to leave YouTube or not. Yeah, so just stay tuned and I'm going to answer this question very soon. Okay, so someone is asking, Manvindra Singh Sikarwar, if I'm pronouncing correct, which university you are in? Oh, I'm in NTHU. Yeah, because I mean, actually there are two things. Because I'm a TIGP student. Yeah, so if TIGP means Taiwan International Graduate Program, which is organized by Academia Sinica, which is a research center in Taiwan. For example, the research center same as IIS Bangalore in India, and also DRDO, which is like defense organization in India. So IIS is more like same like Academia Sinica in India. I mean, the IIS, which is called Institute of Science in India, and also the same as Academia Sinica in Taiwan, and in Chinese we call ing-wen. So these two things are same. These two research centers are very popular in these two countries, IIS Bangalore and Academia Sinica. So because if you also can, so if you are a PhD student, so you can apply this TIGP program, which called Taiwan International Graduate Program in Taiwan. So this program is organized by Academia Sinica, and they also collaborate with top universities in Taiwan like NTHU, which is National Tsinghua University, Hsinchu, National Chiao-Tung University, National Taiwan University, National Yangming University, National Changchi University. There are lots of many national universities, they collaborate. And so there are some certain notes you can go to you can search TIGP Taiwan, and then you will know the details about it. I'm not going in the details. So for that you have to work for these two organizations. One, that's the Academia Sinica, which is a research center, and the another one is the university which you are affiliated. So for me, I'm working for Academia Sinica and also for the National Tsinghua University, which is really great in the engineering department. Because NTU, the one of the greatest university in Taiwan, that's NTU, and it's called National Taiwan University. And there are two other universities which are really top in the engineering. That's the one is the National Tsinghua University and National Chiao-Tung University, which is now become National Chiao-Tung Yangming University. So they combined. There was two universities, National Chiao-Tung University and National Yangming University. but this university collaborate together and make a one name that's called National Chiao Tong Yang Ming University. So that's our National Chiao Tong, which is in Hsinchu. That's our just right beside National Tsinghua University, which is my university. So this university is really good, and if you are in computer science, National Chiao Tong is really good. So you can consider that. Because I'm belongs to computer science, so National Tsinghua University is also pretty good. So I think you can consider that. So I hope I answer your question. And someone is asking, how do you think about NCKU? Oh, it's National. I forget the name. NCKU, I think it's in Tainan. Yeah, NCKU, I think it's also very top university. Depends on the different fields. Yeah, there are certain levels, but I think NCKU is also almost in the top 5 universities in Taiwan, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong, but as I know, there are like 4 to 5 universities. They are top in Taiwan. So one is the NTU, NTHU, NCKU, and oh yeah, the Yangming and NCU becomes together, and TMU, which is Taipei Medical University, which is also really good in the medical field. Yeah, it's really popular. So yeah, NCK is really good, but I'm not sure which way you are asking, which is really good or in what way is good. Yeah, it depends. Because the university rank is also depends on how many, like which specific department you are asking for. Yeah, so that's what. So I think it's already 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes to live, and I think I should talk about why I'm okay. So Chandan Jaiswal is saying, "Okay, thank you DJ for replying. My friend got a job in Taiwan. My friend got a job in Taiwan last year. How long he may have to wait till Taiwan government allow him to enter in the country?" Yeah, I already answered Chandan. We don't know like when they will announce to open the border for working visa, but I guess like last week the Taiwan CDC, which is an organization who is maintain the COVID stuff here, so they announced that we only can allow the foreigners or working visa based on the if the number of people vaccinated will increase. So I guess right now is only 20 to 30 people are vaccinated, and they will announce after probably 50 or 60% people vaccinated. Then the people who get the working visa, they can come in. So yeah, I think many people are waiting. So I hope we'll open it soon. Yeah. Okay, so Manvinder, okay. Its ranking is much higher than NCTU, National Chiao Tong University. Its ranking is much higher than NCTU. Ranking is higher in what way? Like, yeah, National Chiao Tong University is higher. The rank is high as compared to the other universities, but now it's become to National Chiao Tong Yangming University. I'm not sure if you know it, because there were 2 universities that I already talked about this in the previous. So you can check out. There were 2 universities, National Yangming and Chiao Tong. They are now combined and they call National Chiao Tong Yangming University. And yes, rank is really high. So rank is almost like 2nd and 3rd depending on in the year which you are doing. So for example, they will always fight between NTHU and NCTU. There are 2 universities. NTHU is my university, but NTU, which is National Taiwan University, is always on the top. But 2 universities, that is National Chiao Tong University and National Tsinghua University, is always fight together. Sometimes National Tsinghua is up, sometimes Chiao Tong is up. So it's almost, but the capabilities of research and higher education of both the place are really great. So because I have experience to work in both universities, because I have a project in National Chiao Tong University and NTHU is my school. So yeah, school means in Taiwan, and people usually call school as a university as US. So but in India we call university. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, Manvinder Singh, NTU, NTHU, NCKU, NCTU ranking. Yeah, so it's the NCKU. If you compare with these 4 universities, NTU, NTHU, NCKU, and NCTU, and I think based on as I know, like first is the NTU, and the second NCTU and NTHU both are together, and third is I guess NCKU, if I'm not wrong. And there are another school, NCU is also very good, which called National Central University, which is in Zhongli, is also good. So it's almost like top 5 universities, NTU, NTHU, NCKU, and NCTU. So every year the ranking is very different. So I can't really comment which one is better. Depends on your major, and if you are comparing, because each university ranking is also matter in your major, not only the overall ranking. For example, the NCCU, which is National Changchi University, which is in the it's in the almost it's in the Taipei, but it's very popular in the political science. That's really good. I think it's really popular more than NTU. NTU is like best in Taiwan, but National Changchi University political science is much higher ranker if you compare to in NTU. There are many politicians in Taiwan who graduate from NCCU. So it totally depends which area you are working. It also depends, like it depends in every country, like Oxford, Harvard, and National Singapore University. It also depends based on your department, computer science. So it depends which program you belongs and what's the ranking. Okay, I hope I answer your question. What about YJU University or is UNG University? It's good to study. Yeah, I think it's good to study. Most of the universities are in Taiwan, as I think not all are good, of course, because if you compare, there will be ranker, there will be some ranking. So it depends on what you are looking for and what you really want from a university. And then I got admission in the material science and mechanical in NCKU, and I think it's the best in both these two. Yeah, I think I do have some friends in NCKU, which is in Tainan. So that's the south of Taiwan. NCKU is really good, and I think the field you choose, you are talking about the material science, I think that university is also really good in it. I'm not the expert about, and I don't know about it, but because I belongs to computer science, so I only can comment on that. But I think NCKU is really good school, and good luck, and I hope you can come to Taiwan very soon when the borders are. But I think for students it's already open, so I hope to see you somewhere around Taiwan. So the next question is, I think it's already 45 minutes, so I think I'm going to finish it before I'm going to share you the 2 information about me and my channel. So one is like there are my upcoming project for YouTube. So there is one project I'm working right now. So right now I'm working on one project on from Taiwan government. So as we know that Taiwan is really developed and got the recognition during this 2 to 3 years as compared to the earlier, because when I was in India, no one even hear about Taiwan. They even consider it as a Taliban, but it's not. So, but right now, because of COVID happened, Taiwan did a great job. People get recognition, news channels showing about Taiwan, that how that there is a very tiny place on this earth between Hong Kong, China, and India, which is so great that even no one can expect. When I came here, that time I also very curious, how Taiwan looks like, because I never hear. People hear about Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Malaysia, these things, but never hear about Taiwan when I came here. But now people are getting much more recognition and getting knowledge, which is really good. So I think it's great, and Taiwan did much. So what I'm doing is, right now I'm doing a project which is sponsored by Taiwan government, and it's called like CDRI. I will tell the details in very soon So stay tuned and you can subscribe my video. Recently I'm not really uploading video, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not very active uploading the videos, but I will tell that soon. So right now I'm working on a project which is sponsored by Taiwan government and collaborating with different tech companies in Taiwan. They are local companies who wants to explore their business internationally, because Taiwan has most of the business before COVID was exported in US, and second is China. But there are lots of things that politically going on between Taiwan, China, US. So people really wants to not to focus only on China. So people really wants to, so Taiwanese local companies wants not only, so they don't really wants to rely completely on China business. So they want to explore the outside world. So when you talk about the world, India is almost itself is a world which is like 1.3 billion people, which is like almost, because whole world have population of say 6 to 8 billion, and only alone India has 1.3 billion. So they can't really ignore this huge market. That's why India and Taiwan has lots of more collaboration going on, and that's why the Taiwan government recently contacted me and tried to promote so they have some products about Taiwan local companies. So they want to promote these products to India and the other outside. So they announce a project which called like Wow Taiwan project. A Wow Taiwan project is organized by CDRI. I will tell the details in my sponsored video, which will coming after, I think, in next month in September. So in that video I'm collaborating with Taiwan government, and there's a social media marketing Taiwanese marketing company, and it's 8 to like I think 9 to 10, no, not 9 to 10, 15, almost like 15 to 20 Taiwanese companies are working together with CDRI to involve in this CDRI in this Wow Taiwan project. In this project there are lots of products which are home based, like gym and regular lifestyle you use. So they want to promote these products and to the big market, not only the China. So they want to looking for India, Indonesia, US, and Singapore. They already have collaboration with different countries. So so in the next video I'm going to talk about how we can promote these different kind of products. So they send me few products, and I choose the products which are really good and more efficient and easy to get, and that's a very useful in our life. One of the main important thing about Taiwan product while I'm living in Taiwan, because Taiwan products are more reliable. Maybe it's a little bit costly as compared to the Taiwan products. So, but it's really reliable and more, because their life is more better and the quality is much better than if you compare to the Chinese products. So I think they really need to consider. So you stay tuned, and I'm going to show that video in next month in September, around end of September. But so right now I'm working, that's about my next project. And the last but not least, about why should I leave, why I'm thinking to leave this YouTube, or why should I leave, I'm really leaving this YouTube channel. Well, it's a very hard thing to say, but one thing I just want to say, because doing YouTube is not really easy thing, because some people think that okay, it's very easy, okay, just go and talk. It's not easy if you want to be very professional in YouTube. So it takes a lot of time, and especially when you are a PhD student, it's not easy at all. And especially when you are working at a Academia Sinica and NTHU, which is a very premium university and research center in Taiwan, the work pressure is very high. So, but luckily my boss, university and research center in Taiwan, the work pressure is very high. So, but luckily my boss is really nice, and I'm also doing to graduate very soon. I think in maybe coming 2 to 3 months I will graduate. So right now I'm writing my thesis, and parallelly I'm working on my to submit my second paper. So that's why I really wants to give a break from my YouTube channel. But yeah, in between might be some time when I feel I want to just to stop working on my PhD, just to distract my mind, to refresh my mind, I do the YouTube. So that's how I started my YouTube, to distract my mind from a working life, to make something better. So it will take a lot of time to record, to do your videos, but the important thing, like, I can separate my work time and my life, my YouTube life. But you know, when you make your YouTube, you will be conscious, okay, oh, how many views are coming, and it's very hard to distract and focus on your work when you are making videos every week. So that's why I want to give, from recently last 1 month or 2 months, I'm not really uploading videos every week. So just because I'm working on my thesis and also my paper. So that's why I'm not really doing it. But yes, I'm saying it, I'm not going to leave YouTube. But when I get my time, when I get my PhD, I think coming 2 and 3 months I will get it. So, and after that I will start to upload my regular videos on YouTube. So that's my main concern. But till then, sometime if I get time or not, so you just stay tuned and don't run away. I will come back and I will give you some more valuable information about India and Taiwan. So just only have to wait to my PhD, and I will come back and I will do it again. So till then, and also because not only my working life, there are a lot of things are going on in my life. For example, I also made a video about, oh, it's already 52 minutes. Okay, I will finish it before 60. So because as I know, as I'm not sure if you are new or old, because I have my leg injury, because I used to go to gym a lot, and I got my left leg injured, and I'm still figuring it out, how to help it and how to get it done. I went to a lot of hospitals in Taiwan, and it's not really working at all. And I also made a video about how I was doing some physical therapy at Chinese medical doctors. So I went him to like 1.5 months, but it doesn't help. I'm still having pain. And then I went to a different hospital. It's called like Tri-Service Hospital, which is really good in Taiwan. So I did my MRI, and I did my X-ray. I also did the needle muscle test, but it's not really helpful. They don't really, all the reports, it's very surprising, all the reports of my leg is very normal, but they can't, because my back, my spinal cord is fine, my knee is fine, all the bones are fine. So the only reason the doctor suggests that the only reason you are suffering is because of your nerve, which is going from your hips to your thigh and goes down to your feet, which is really hard for me. That's the only one. That's the another reason to stop me making videos, because when you work, I'm working and also doing YouTube, but my leg is very irritating, and the pain is constant and all the time. Yeah, so that's also a reason I stopped YouTube, because of my leg pain. And it's not going, it's from 2 years. It's pretty long, yeah, I know, but I'm trying to do my best how I can remove it. I also went to some physiotherapist in Taipei City Hall, which is main area in Taipei. So I went to that physiotherapist, and that physiotherapist charged me $2,500 Taiwan dollar for only for 1 hour, and he also doesn't help me. I don't want to say the name. He just talk about like how the movement of my leg, where the pain, but the cost is pretty high, because it was not covered by national health insurance, because it was a private physiotherapist. So if the physiotherapist in Taiwan is really expensive, if it's not covered by your national health insurance. So, but recently I have started the physical therapy in the Tri-Service Hospital, So like yesterday I went there, so they are doing my physical therapy, and I think it can help. It will take time because it's a nerve issue, so I hope it will be fine in the coming week, so I can be very well fit and I can do proper things, that because the pain in your legs will kill you if you are doing it. Because before this pain was happen, I was able to do, I go to work for like 10 to 11, like almost 8 to 10 hours. Then I go to the gym. I also make the video of my lifestyle in Taiwan, that how I spend my whole day. So first I go to work 8 to 10 hours in my lab. Then I go to gym 1.5 hours. Then I come back home like 9 or 10 o'clock. Then I come home and I cook because I'm a vegetarian. So it's very hard. So 9 and 10 o'clock I cook. I finish my dinner like 1.5 hours, then I come home. Then I have to edit this video because I usually record videos on weekend, just like today. On Saturday and Sunday I record the videos and make schedule and edit, write subtitles. So it take whole week to finish this shit. So for at least 2 hours every day. So after my dinner I edit my videos. And then I sleep at like 1 or 2 o'clock. Yeah, so it was very hard life. So, but yeah, I hope my leg will recover and will be better in future. So that's all, and that's all for today, and I hope you guys like it. So you can write down in the comments if you are in Taiwan, if you are outside Taiwan, and if you are looking to come to Taiwan. So, and what you really wants to see in future, and if it's really important topic I can talk about. So that's all today, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you have a healthy life and at your home or whatever you are doing. So someone give me all the very best for you, all your future and advancement. It was really nice and informative session. Thank you so much for you got recovered from your leg pain. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I hope so. I will be. So thank you. Bye bye. And so in every video I will say okay, bye bye, Chachian. Namaste. Bye bye.